everybody, and welcome to my channel. It is your girl Amber J, and welcome to my world. Today I am going to be doing this makeup look here where I am using my favorite products that I have just absolutely been loving for the past couple of months. Some of them are very recent purchases, some of them I have had for quite some time, and I pretty much use them every day. And so yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna just start off with how I usually do things. I usually start with my brows first. As you can see, they are very thin, but I'm gonna go in with my favorite pencil, which is the Revolution Pro. If I can get it to focus. Revolution Pro. It is in the color dark brown. Just brush my eyebrows in the direction that the hair grows. And so we're just gonna start by giving it a little bit of shape. And what I like to do is go down. Now, I always do hair strokes, okay? And I'm gonna go in and just fill it in. And don't worry about if it gets too thick or too, wild when you're filling it in, because we're gonna go in with some concealer in a second here and blend it out. And try not to do like what I was doing, like raise your eyebrow like that. Keep your eyebrow basically just relaxed, and that way you can get a good shape instead of like that, and you're gonna look surprised all the doggone time. But yeah, just keep your eyebrow relaxed while you're doing it. So we're gonna go down here, create the base, and I'll start. I always go down, and then I go up and just create hair with, just create strokes basically, and just start filling it in. So now what we want to do, I use MAC concealer. This is the Studio Finish concealer in NC42. I love this stuff to clean up my eyebrows with, okay? So I just take a flat brush. This is very, very flat. As you can see, the side, and there's the front of it. It's very, very flat. I just take a little bit of the product, get it on the brush, and then just clean up under there. And I'll be honest, 9 times out of 10, I leave my eyebrow like this. Like if I go to work or something, I'll leave it like that. But since, we're doing full-on glam today, I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. Now with the concealer, I don't use a lot, okay? Because we are gonna use an eye primer before we put on our eyeshadow. So I'm not gonna use too much of the concealer, because I actually like an eye primer to go on my eyes before I do my makeup or my eyeshadow. Just because my eyelids are very oily. My skin in general is very oily. So I need a good primer that is gonna keep that oil at bay when I'm doing my eyeshadow. So that's why I use eye primer. Now, if you have normal to dry lids, you don't really have to prime your eyes unless you have like discoloration on your eyes. Then I would definitely say use a primer that has like a color to it. But one I use is Makeup by Moreo. This is the Master Eye Prep and Set in the shade medium. And it has two colors, as you can see. And then it has the powder to set. So I just take, I can use either color, but I'm gonna mix it and just put it on my eyelids. And like I said, if you have normal skin or dry skin, this is not necessary unless you just want a blank canvas as well, and you just want your eyelid to be just one color underneath your eyeshadow, then I would definitely do this as well. But I do this for all of the above reasons. I need something because my eyelids are oily, and I also want it to be just one color underneath my eyeshadow, and that way my eyeshadow will show up like it's supposed to. Okay, so I'm trying to blend this out, and you don't need too much of this. Okay, you don't need a lot, you just want enough to blank out any discoloration and all that good stuff. And I use another brush to get the powder and set. I'll even set up here too, because this is a translucent powder, so it's not going to change the color of what you put down, and it's just gonna set everything. Okay, the next thing I want to just show you is the Zendo palette. I love this palette. It's got a lot of fingerprints on it, but I love this palette because it is very, very simple. It's very, very, I like to use the word chill. When I think of this palette, I really do think of chill, because you got your warm tones over here, then you got your pops of blues, which is your more cool tone, but the shades are not just wham bam in your face. This is very everyday friendly. It's very, you know, one shadow and go type moment. I use this for work, or if me and my husband and my kids are going somewhere real quick, I use this palette here. It's just a really good everyday palette. So what we're gonna do is start with the eye look. I think I wanna do something blue, but we're gonna take the shade, if I can get to it, but we're gonna take the shade Balance, okay? And we're gonna put that in the crease. And I'm gonna just put that in the crease and blend that out, okay? I always suggest to people when starting out with makeup, I always use a warm tone brown in your crease just to get your look started. It makes it so much easier. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do that every time, but starting out, you definitely want to put something in your crease to just get you started. So let's see, we're gonna blend this out. All right, next, I'm gonna take the Wayne Goss number 17, and we're gonna take Zeal right here, which is like this army green looking color. I'm gonna take that and put it in the crease, I mean not the crease, but the outer V area, and just blend that into the crease. I'm gonna do something blue today, so we're gonna see how this goes, because I haven't really used all of the shades yet, so we're gonna test them out today, okay? We're gonna take a Refer 21. This is a very flat shader brush. Okay, we're gonna take that. Ooh, what color do I want to do? Let's take, what is that? We're gonna take Flow, which is right there. Okay, we're gonna put that on the lid. We're gonna see how that goes. I may have to put some glitter glue down, but we're gonna test this out first and see how we liking that without the glitter glue. Like I said, this palette is very subtle, but it's gonna give you that pop without overdoing it. You get what I'm saying? So I really like that about this palette, because sometimes you just don't want to have that wham bam, thank you ma'am type makeup, but you want something that's gonna be cute, something that's gonna, you know, stand out without doing too much, you know? And that's what this palette does. And I love it for that. That's cute. And you see me looking down, I'm looking down in my mirror to make sure I'm getting this right. You know, blend it up there. Alright. And I don't have any fallout. Some of these shades do have fallout, but this particular shade, Flow, I'm not seeing any fallout. So if fallout is something that you wonder about, some of these shadows do have it, some of it don't. Now they are powdery, I will say that. So if that bothers you, it's got a lot of kick up. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right, so we're gonna put on my next fave. This right here is called Auric Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer. This stuff is wonderful. This is in the shade Citrine. It has color, but it doesn't have a lot of color. It just makes you look glowy. It reminds me of when I was pregnant with my kids. It just gives you that inner glow without doing too much. I just take that much and I will put it just in the high points of my face, you know. I'm in what my kids call a circle room, and I see the FedEx truck and I'm trying to see if they're delivering me a package, and they're not. They just turned. I put it on my cheeks right there, and it's just gonna help you glow a little bit. Yeah. Now you can mix it with your foundation and stuff like that. I don't do that because by the end of the day, I'm gonna look like a disco ball anyway, and I don't need any help with that. So, but to start off, I like what it does for me. So this is Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin, and I have the color Y, and I have the color Y455, and this is what it looks like. It is a very good foundation that basically just, it gives you coverage, but it don't look like you just caked on a lot of product on your face, if you get what I'm saying. But it does a really good job of covering like all my little acne scars and everything else. And I'm using the Morphe E63 brush. I absolutely love this brush because it gets into the nooks and crannies and gets the job done. And this foundation, it doesn't dry you out either. But if you have dry skin, I would go for something that's, you know, of course, got more luminosity to it, something that's a little bit more moisturizing, because you don't want to feel like you just sucked all of the moisture out of your skin with this. But if you are a oily girl, you will absolutely love this foundation. So next we're gonna do concealer. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Concealer. This is in the color 4.5. I'm gonna just keep it going with the Makeup Forever theme. I like this concealer. It is matte, but it's not overly matte where it's drying out everything underneath your eye. And you don't need too much. So we're just gonna blend that out. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. All right, that looks good. All right, so my next fave is from Pat McGrath. Like I said, I love her and I love Natasha Denona. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, and I have it in the color yellow. This is what it looks like. It is a very fine powder. I'm gonna use my beauty blender. Well, I'm gonna use my sponge here and just go ahead and set under there. Always make sure to wet your sponge. It needs to be moist, okay? So keep it moist. Keep it wet. You know what I mean. But we're just gonna put this under there. It's not too light. It gives you the right amount of highlight under there, and it doesn't make you look all scary like you got jaundice or something. It just gives you the perfect finish under your eyes, okay? So the under eye is set. Now I need to set the rest of my face. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the number 3. Okay, this has been my favorite go-to powder because it leaves you set but not cakey, if you get what I mean. This is the bronzer that I absolutely love. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 3. And I absolutely love this bronzer because it gives you a nice bronze without overdoing it. And when you bronze, you always, when you hit your cheeks, you always want to go up. You never want to go down. Okay? But I absolutely love this bronzer. Let's hit the forehead. Okay. You gotta get the forehead. When you hit the forehead, as they say, when you hit the forehead, you wanna brush it down. Okay? Brush down, but brush up when hit your cheeks. And this is so buildable, and that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because it is buildable. So it's not gonna cake up on your face either. It's just like the setting powder is not going to cake up on you. And that's something I really, really love about this. Now I'm gonna take a brush and get my nose. Get that together. Using the same bronzer. Yeah. And if you ever make a harsh line, you just blend it out. Make sure to always blend it out. All right, so now we're gonna get to the blush. And of course, I'm using Ms. Pat McGrath blush. She just came out with this like a couple of weeks ago. I got mine in the shade Paradise Venus for this look. I got 3 blushes. If you like to see swatches and more details on these blushes, please let me know, and I can do a dedicated video on these. These cost $38, but let me tell you, it is worth every penny, okay? This is Paradise Venus, and yeah, this blush just, you know, you'll see, it does something. I like Paradise Venus for the fact that it gives you that subtle flush. It doesn't give you, you know, a bright, vivid color. It's just a very subtle flush. And that's what we need today, since we got, you know, the blue going on the eyelids today. So we're gonna do something subtle, you know. But I absolutely love this formula because you can build it up. It's very, very pretty. And I'll give you a swatch real quick. There she goes. That's Paradise Venus, okay? So let me step off camera and do my eyelashes and my liner, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with liner and lashes. I went ahead and did my bottom lash line with a little bit of balance right here, and then towards the end right here I put some more of, what is this, Zeal. So we got that, got the eyes taken care of. I think it's working for me, okay? So we're gonna do the lips and then we're gonna be done, okay? Okay, so the lip liner that I am about to use is coming from Juvia's Place. This is the Luxe liner in the shade Cola. It just looks like this. It's basically a retractable type pen. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. And I've been using this a lot lately because it's fairly creamy and it stays put. And so next, the gloss that I'm going to be using is coming from none other than Fenty. This is the Fenty Cream right here in the shade Fenty Glow. And I actually like this one just for colorful looks and for everyday. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. And I actually like the cream over the regular lip gloss formula because the cream is still sparkly, but it's not It didn't have the glitter in it, and I could do without the glitter sometimes. So yeah, this is the look. All right, so this is it. Let me get my hair from behind my ears. And yeah, y'all, this is the look. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are new, please go ahead and join the family. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Bye.